Hi everyone, and thank you very much for tuning in to Cheviot Outdoors. As my channel name suggests, I spend a lot of my time camping and walking in and around the Cheviot Hills and Northumberland National Park in general. But for this camp, we chose a bit of a different location. So, perched above the rugged Berwickshire coastline, the lonely bothy at Lamberton Skers hides a secretive past steeped in danger, deception and fortune. Despite the name, Lamberton Skers actually refers to the caves scattered beneath the cliffs, which are dark natural hideaways that were once perfect for concealing contraband from prying eyes. The small stone building, simply known as the Bothy, was built in 1760 by a local merchant and notorious tea smuggler John Robertson. By day, John Robertson appeared to be an ordinary trader, but under the cover of darkness, this isolated stretch of coast became the centre of a thriving smuggling operation, with heavily taxed tea secretly landed from ships offshore and hidden away in the caves and bothy before being moved inland. Tea was one of the most valuable commodities of the 18th century, and the profits were enormous. Robertson's illicit trade made the family exceptionally wealthy enough in fact to purchase the grand Guns Green House in Eyemouth in 1789. Guns Green House still stands today, and its elegant Georgian appearance concealed a far more suspicious purpose. Hidden cellars, secret storage areas, and specially designed tea chutes which allowed smuggled goods to be moved discreetly through the building, away from the eyes of customs officers and excise men who patrolled the coast in search of its illegal cargo. Today, the windswept cliffs and ruined bothy seem peaceful, but more than 2 centuries ago this coastline was alive with whispered deals, lantern signals in the dark and the constant risk of capture. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling on. So come along and join me and Bob on a camp with a difference. A little bit of intrigue, a little bit of history, a little bit of rain, a little bit of sun, a little bit of everything really. So hope you enjoy watching it. You only wanted to be behind so you could go on like that. Bob joined us with train spotting. He's got every number of every train that's gone past.
Yeah, always.
This way, going to that arrow. Lovely views. This is the old Smugglers Bothy. Something to do with smuggling tea, but I shall look up some information and put it in the video or comments somewhere. So when you turn that corner, we hit the wind. It looks like it's going to be a windy old camp. The forecast said southwest. Blown right in the tent door, that. What an interesting looking place. Many flat spots. From what I've been told, there are only 2 pitchable spots. A bit too lumpy in there. What a life it must have been living here. Nice view out the front window. Imagine making that every morning. And there's a little capstan winding wheel thing down on the rocks there, obviously. Pull the boat ashore. Probably to bring the smuggled tea in. They're pretty well hidden, is it? Got the old chimney liner in there. Speaking of old relics, the Green Goddess returns. Not much flat around here, but we'll make do. Right, there wasn't much flat ground around the bothy, so it came downhill a bit. There it is up there. I'm going to look for a couple of flat spots here. I've already bought my Hillyberg Solo, so it's got a small footprint. And Bob's got his Derelict X-Mid one, I think it is. Where are you fancying, Bob?
Well, hopefully you might be able to get towing.
Right, that's about as flat as I'm going to get there. That sea's going to keep me awake all night. I'm going to pack my surfboard. And Bob's got a decent flat spot there because he's got a bigger footprint on his 10. Was he? Oh, you got the Derelict X-Mid one?
X-Mid one,
I'll do a comedy video of him pitching it. Right, there we go. That is my Hillyberg Solo red label. Pitched, roughly pegged out. What I'm going to do now is set the guys out. Potentially doesn't really need them down here because they're quite sheltered from the wind, but I shall get them out. And that'll be my view when I wake up in the morning, go to sleep tonight, looking down at the northeast coast of southern Scotland. Just in the distance there is Holy Island, or Lindisfarne, whatever you prefer to call it, but I'm going to get these guys out and get all of my rubbish inside. Bob's just about set up there as well. Right, at last that's me all set up. I'm on a real slope here and I've got that foil mat in the bottom and my air mat is sliding all over the place, so I might actually ditch the air mat. I'll see how it goes, but it's a nice cosy spot. I managed to fit all my stuff in. I've got a nice bunch of flowers there out the door. I've got my beers and my food there. I've got a little chair, whether I use it or not I don't know, because like I say it's forecast rain from about 6 o'clock. Got some Guinness, I got some butter chicken with I forget what it is now, some coconut and lime rice or something like that. Some little snacks for later. Usual mat, St. Summit to like extreme. Usual bag, Rab Mythic 400. All my warm clothes and waterproofs down there, and my electrics all up there. And a little whiskey treat there for later on tonight. The dirty mark on the tent, and I'll have to get that off later, or when I get home. But when I wake up in the morning, that's my views north, and that's my views south. And I think Bob's all set up there. We'll go and have a look at his setup. Bob doesn't mess about. Look, he's on the coffee already. Oh, he's a nice little setup there.
Hey, it's got more lumps in a bowl of sugar underneath here.
Does it?
Honestly.
That's very neat and tidy, that mean, Bob.
Not that slang, like.
I'm assuming that all shuffles in when you shut your door.
Aye, when I close it. Then I've got the other side as well. It's a shit pitch, like.
This next mid one?
Aye. Version 2.
Very nice.
It leaked like a sieve later when it rains because the back end always hits the mesh out.
Or the vent or something like that. Right.
When it's a pitch like this, it just doesn't seem to go right. I've even got 4 beers.
It's an awkward pitch, but what can you do?
Yeah. Just got to rough it.
I might make myself a coffee, but it's worth it for the views, Bob.
I'm going down there to get some cockles for to put in my tea.
Cockles?
Aye.
You've got to let them flush all the germs out for 24 hours, haven't you?
They will when they've gone through me.
Look at the views, you might even see some dolphins later.
Anyway, we're missing you, Mark and Gareth. It's a pity you couldn't be here. You could have that lovely little pitch up there.
There's a few stinging nettles there, mate. Yeah. They're not stinging you through your tent, are they?
Especially if you get your tadger out for a wee in the middle of the night. Yeah.
They go down for a play on the beach later. Should go to bucket and spade.
A bucket and spade.
Bucket and spade.
I come beach like. Get down there and do the press ups.
Load of rubbish.
Aye.
Right, let's get a coffee on.
Aye. All the best, folks.
What a view.
Aye, what a view, eh? Great place for the camp. Yeah. But the pictures are rubbish.
Oh, what a mess.
Very lumpy and bumpy and trumpy and everything. This is a little bit of moan about their company that I've been using for a few years called Through Dog. It's like the badge on there, and this is one of their tops. Just late last year I bought the Mountain Pro waterproof. It's Pertex, so it's not even, it's not Gore-Tex, and it's supposed to be very breathable and very waterproof. So when we were camping 3 weeks ago, up near Ringchester, it was raining, so I had like an hour and 20 minutes walk back to the car, and after about 10-15 minutes the whole coat had started to wet out, to the point is that the arms were a little bit wet, and up here the chest area was damp in different places. It wasn't perspiration because I had one of their tops on, specially made for condensation in your body. And to be honest, I wasn't very happy about it not paying that amount of money. And it's the second time I've had it on and it wetted out. I was watching a video last week. He's a famous YouTuber, does loads of camping. He's probably one of the most popular. He's a little guy, like me, but he's 4 stone heavier, right? And he's not particularly fit.
Was he 20 stone?
No. He's overweight and his health's a little bit dodgy at the moment. So he's doing one of them walks up in Scotland. It wasn't the West Highland way, it was another one similar. Him and his mate went. And he's wearing the same shoes that were really comfortable when he'd done a 5-kilometre park run. So really you can't compare an 80-odd mile walk to a 5k park run wearing the same trainers. You just don't do it. Because your feet will burn to bits after 20 miles. And guess what happened to his feet?
Burn to bits.
They were knackered.
Well,
so all I can say is just get in touch with me and I'll tell you how to go on.
You're not catch me running it.
So, and this is a YouTuber that thousands of people, he's got over 100,000 subs. Yeah. And he doesn't know the basics. But he's a lovely guy, no disrespect. He's obviously not used to training.
Just looking at my mat there, Bob, slip right down the bottom of the tent, I'm not even on it.
Where Dave's got his picture, you could launch your ship from.
Good, I'll probably end up the sea tonight.
Luckily, you know.
I better end up down that cliff.
I'll look for a bottle of champagne, I'll smash it on his head and launch him.
I'm going to put a rock at the bottom to save me.
Well, we're going to have something to eat anyway soon.
Right, we're just going to come for a walk down the cliff and have a look at this old winding winch or whatever it is on the rocks before the rain starts. Just looked at the phone, it still said it's going to rain about 6 o'clock. And it's about 5 or something now, so let's get down before the rain. Just a quick look back at camp. Some penny drops down there, man. Be careful we're wandering around in the night. Look, Bobby's like a mountain goat. Smells like one as well, to be honest.
Might be better put it up the road.
It's a bit WD-40 on this, I think. Maybe it's a bit hammerite. Know how many years old that is. If I guess this was for hauling the boat into that little flat section when the tide was right. There's the tents and the Smugglers bothy in the background. What a shot. I'm sure I've seen someone camp in this little thing here. Can't remember who. It might have been Chris from Black Outdoors. Someone I'm sure I've seen camping here. Bivy or something like that, but doesn't look particularly welcoming or flat. Obviously man-made. Something to do with the winch. Maybe that's where the guy sat when he was waiting for the boat to come. Rusty old chain down there. What a place. Very atmospheric. Right, here's Bob going to do his bare knuckle press ups on a really knobbly rock. He's moaning. He's moaning already.
I'll probably cry.
Tents in the background, bothy in the background. Bob, aren't you that green? You're not show up on camera, you're blending in with the grass.
Well, I'll be careful because all these sharp jagged edges. Right, ready?
Go on then. What a lovely backdrop. Go on. Is that hurting, Bob?
Yes.
Well done.
Some guy, me.
Well done. There's Bob having his chicken casserole. It's homemade, Bob.
Yeah,
Out of 10.
Marks and Spencer's homemade.
Marks,
98% chicken.
It's a bit posh for you, mate, Bob. I thought you're Morrison's guy.
Well, I just stole it.
Looks nice, that, like, smells nice as well.
Aye, nice.
I could smell it at my tent.
Aye, really nice.
Very nice. Well, I'll leave you in peace.
Better than the old crap I'm usually eating.
And I'll go and oh, that
Dog biscuits.
Oh, them bags of dust. I don't know why you have them, like.
What
That looks
one?
nice, that, Bob. Really nice.
Aye.
We're going to see if I can get the software downloaded from my drone because it's that long since I've used it.
Have fun.
It's not there. Right, dinner time. Butter chicken, courtesy of Weight Rose. And I forget what the rice is. It's coconut and lime or something like that. We'll have to have a look at the packet.
That's the date 2 weeks.
Oh, it's fully in there. That's too hot, that. Turn it down a bit.
By the way, he's already set fire to the grass round the corner there. Just
Whatever.
to let you know.
Whatever. Let's heat up nice and gently. Oh, let me check Guinness. Cheers, Bob.
We're going to camp next week. Well, we're going to camp next week.
Yeah, well, Gabriella's coming home next week, so we'll camp next week.
But it's going to be too warm and too sunny. So what's the point of camping when it's like that?
Exactly.
It's much better when it's crap weather.
My fingers are numb now. Like I've got me.
Dave's got Raynaud's.
I've got me little proper warmers in. Keep my hands warm.
Haven't you, Dave? He's got Raynaud's in his nose. That's why it's red.
Your drone came down before and I caught it because there's nowhere for it to really land here.
Tell him the truth. Who saved your drone?
You are, yeah. The blade hit us right in the end of my finger.
It almost crashed straight into the side of the cliff because he thought it was high.
Well, I had the altitude set high, but
it wasn't high enough.
You've got to consider.
He was 50 foot short.
You've got to consider we are low and the hills behind us are high.
Obviously, you need better glasses than
Right,
the ones you've got. You want me to stir it this side instead of stretching over?
I'll manage.
You should put a bit of Guinness in.
Alright.
Bit flavour.
The rice I cooked at the last camp was supposed to you're supposed to add water. No wonder that was a bit tough.
Yeah. What, for the chicken?
No, the rice I did on the last camp. Uncle Ben's.
Should have cooked it up there.
The more sheltered, is it?
Oh, but the ground's a bit flatter. That looks a bit
wobbly.
Not that, it looks a bit dry.
It's just spitting on the rain now. I don't know. So I'm sure I'll be finished this before the rain.
You need your wipers on your glasses.
Yeah, I'll make my wipers on at the end. Right, that's hot enough for me. The rain's starting to get a little bit heavier now, so I'm going to get this eaten and get the tent tidied up a bit, get stuff inside and get my waterproofs on. Shame about the weather, but what can you do? Nothing. Well, it's 10 o'clock and that's me and Bob back in our tents. It's rain, just light rain, nothing heavy, but it still gets you wet at the end of the day. Pretty much since we started cooking dinner, and we've just been standing up in the old ruined Smugglers bothy up there, just standing behind one of the walls, kind of keeping in the shelter of the rain a little bit. But it's cold. The wind chill feels quite cold, but I'm a little temperature monitor here, which I've got in the tent, and it says it's 11 degrees, which I'm surprised it says that. It feels an awful lot colder when you're outside, but to be fair, it's not too bad inside the tent. By the way, this is a carbon monoxide detector as well. I got it just in case I was cooking inside the tent tonight, but fortunately the rain's held off long enough that I was able to cook outside. So I'm in the tent. I've got my whiskey somewhere up here, if I can find it. There we go. I've got some Buffalo Trace whiskey in there, just a little bit actually. There's a little bit of a nightcap, and I'm on a massive angle in this tent. I'm slid right down at the bottom corner. It's only a Sula, which if you know is really small. But look at all this space behind me. I'll just keep sliding down at this end. There's nothing I can do about it. I could take this foil mat out, but the base itself is quite slippy, so I'll just live with it. But I should hopefully get a good night's sleep listening to the sound of the crashing waves. I don't know if they're actually coming out on the video, but yeah, the pitter-patter of the rain on the tent and the crashing of the waves on the rocks, so maybe that'll help me get a good night's sleep tonight. So unless anything else exciting happens tonight, I shall see you in the morning. I've got my alarm set for 4:45. We're expecting to get a nice sunrise at 4:52, so it's a bit of an early start, but if we get a decent sunrise over the North Sea there, it'll be worth the early rise. So see you in the morning, and thank you for watching so far. Morning everybody, it's 4:45. My alarm's just gone off to catch the 4:52 sunset. I've had a reasonable night's sleep, but I still feel quite tired this morning. But once I stick my head out this door in the fresh air, I might waken up a bit. I can hear the waves crashing away, but I can't hear any rain, which is a good thing. Unfortunately, inside here it feels damp. I've had this vent up here wide open all night. I've had my water bottle wedged under the edge of the tent to create some airflow, but inside this feels damp. Not soaking wet, but damp. Just looking at my little temperature monitor up there, it's 9 degrees and 98% humidity. And that's it speaks volumes how damp it is in here. But let's stick the head out the door and see what this morning offers, if we're going to get a sunrise or if I just go back to sleep. Well, I think we might get a sunrise, so I'll get my lazy backside out of bed and get the camera set up and see what we're going to get. A little bit colour in the sky already. Right, inside this fly sheet is absolutely soaking wet. Condensation, my breath, dampness from the ground, etc. So I stuck my water bottle under the edge there last night, so it hasn't made much difference at all really. It's absolutely soaked in here. Look at that. But, that'll be going in the kitchen or the garden if it's sunny when I get home tonight. So let's get out and see what the sunrise is like. Had that vent open all night, hasn't made much difference at all. I'll be quiet in case Bob's still asleep. Right. This morning, it's going to be, if there is a sunrise, it's not going to be much of one because there's so much cloud about. Look how much the tides came in. That was a long way out last night. I still see the winch thing, you could feel it going there, but it's definitely coming a long way. I never heard the noise when it's storm when I woke up. But there's Bob up.
which is the only one, just Bob. Early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise, it's the old saying. Right, time for... But it's not a coffee, it's a hot chocolate, but it'll do. And Bob's got a coffee there, so we're going to have this, get the tents dried down a bit, and then might have a trip to McDonald's. I've never been to McDonald's for
I haven't.
lots of years, mate. Lots of
I
years.
had here when I was at McDonald's.
Did you?
It was about 50 years ago.
I'm just not a fan of McDonald's. It's obviously it's rubbish, and I'm not really a fan of it.
So anyway, Dave gave us this coffee there. It was 2 years out of date.
Coffee didn't go out today.
Yeah, thank you, sure.
There you go, me rubbish. I spotted a can up the hill. I'm going to go and get that. Bob just left it. I'm going to go and get that and take that home with us.
Dave's got his kanga pad in that bag and all. But he took his pants last night.
Yeah, he talks some shite, doesn't he?
Oh, he did not.
There's not many birds here, mind. When you think how many birds are at, oh man, what's that place called? St. Abb's Head. It's like swarming with them. There's just
It's a big crested tit up there before.
Is it? I see an old wrinkled tit.
Rather nice.
Old wrinkled tit in front of us. I've seen about 6 herons and a few dozen seagulls, and that's about it. And I can see Lindisfarne Castle right down there.
A couple of bulls that are waiting to pick the meat off your bones. Like.
Well, I reckon that's hot enough for my coffee.
Yeah.
Oh. Now, I always boil a little bit extra to wash my cup out afterwards. No flies on me.
Just in case.
Right. Cheers and good morning, everybody. Lovely coffee, lovely sunset. Sunrise.
Aye, sunrise.
Always get it wrong. So do you, mate.
Aye. Jimmy, your son got it wrong again.
Hey, what a lovely morning. I've got the tent wide open, drying out. I've already dried the outside with the microfiber cloth. It looks actually going dry.
How much
now.
condensation did you have in?
It was wet. When we sleeping bags.
Was it 98% or something in your tent?
I've got a little, what do you call it, hygrometer thing, and it says 98% humidity in the tent this morning when I woke up.
My Durston was 10%.
Temperature inside the tent was 11. Temperature outside the tent was 7.
See, because you were saying it was going to be like 2 degrees, didn't it?
Yeah, feels like it's supposed to be 2, yeah.
Were you in a tent?
Still wet down the bottom there, I'll dry that off.
I not too hard to dry, because it'd be going to watch a match anyway, wouldn't you?
That's high matches.
All right. It's a bit inconvenient, isn't it?
I'll head into town and then come back, sort all my stuff out and go watch the match. I just checked this morning, there's two clips underneath the hood I didn't have on.
Oh, is that why it wasn't full in the pool in?
Potentially.
Anyway, it was a good camp last night. We managed to stay out.
It was, yeah.
The rain wasn't too bad, it was just little bits and pieces. But we're hitting the little Smugglers bothy up there out of the way, you know, so good.
It's been a good place, hasn't it? It's time, mate. It's had 2 floors.
Aye.
The one big room, that little kind of vestibule thing on the side. But,
that would have been a cracking look. Look out there, point up the top there, like, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The high bricks on the roof.
Pitch on the top of that. But I'm pleased with this. I'm pleased with the like. Shame someone's left the fire pits here. There's one up the top as well, which had a bit of rubbish in, but we're taking the rubbish away. There's a can up there, we'll take that away as well.
The pitches weren't too bad at the end of the year. I think I've had worse places that I've pitched.
Yeah.
It looks worse than what it was. I mean, it was obviously on a slant.
I was scrunched up in the bottom left-hand corner.
Aye.
I mean, obviously, Sulu's a small tent.
Aye.
I looked behind, I had a lot of empty space.
When I woke up, I was on the grass outside. But it's a lovely morning, like.
Spot on, yeah.
Cracking morning. For a change. Who needs summer?
Exactly. We've just come for a wander down to the rocks, enjoying the morning sun, and then I'm going to head back up and start getting all my rubbish in my bag. The tent should be like quite dry actually by the time we get back up there. I've got the doors open, drying off nicely. What a beautiful morning. You slip me down on that seaweed. Stunning place this. And big old cliffs along there. That's where the trains go past. There's been none yet. It must be still too early on a Sunday morning. Right, back at the tent. You can see why I was sliding into that corner. Look how much of an angle I'm on. I tell you, it doesn't look that bad when you start pitching the tent, but it certainly does now. Right, let's get packed up. Right, some tramps left a can up the hill, so we should get that and stick it in with the rubbish. Oh, looks like it's been there a long time. Right, there we go, all packed up, ready to go, no trace left. Bob's packed up and ready to get up that hill. Lovely sunny morning. Look how far the tide's gone out since we got up. I mean, what, like 4:45, it's gone out a long way. The waves are right up here before. Right, away then, Bob, let's get up that hill.
We've left the pasty.
Nothing left, we've even took other people's rubbish.
Well, Dave has. Just because it was a packet of biscuits.
Beautiful spot. I'll definitely be back again. Where's the path? There it is. Right, that's me and Bob nearly back at the car after another successful camp. Shame about the little bit rain last night, but it wasn't too heavy and was sheltered in the building, so it wasn't too bad at all. Tent's nearly dry this morning, but I'll still be pitching it in the garden or the kitchen when I get home. Nice sunny day, so it should dry quickly. But,
yeah, I'll have to pitch mine outside because I haven't got an expensive house. I just live in a little council house, flat, 15th floor.
But you enjoyed your camp though, Bob?
Yes, it was fantastic.
Such a scenic place,
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
Managed to stay out as well, didn't we?
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
That's late for Bob, he passed
Aye.
his bedtime. But,
I had to run to get in.
thoroughly enjoyable. But anyway, don't forget to click on like and remember to subscribe to my channel, Cheviot Outdoors. It'll be very much appreciated.
Didn't bother.
I'm nearly at 1,000. I'm 900 and something. Nearly at
Don't bother.
1,000.
It's rubbish.
Right, see you later. Cheers.